yet another edition of Ask Miss Judes. As always, I hope you're taking care of yourself, you're enjoying life as God gives it, and you're adding value to your life, your family, your community, and all around you. So today I want to respond to a question that one of you, my awesome subscribers, asked, which is how to find your voice. Initially, I thought maybe we should be asking, where is your voice? But no, the question is how to find your voice. However, to be able to find your voice, you have to know where it is. And so lots of ideas sprang up, and I thought, let's just tease this out and see how far we get. So especially for those who are from our kind of culture, African, indigenous, South Asian, like indigenous cultures, we have this thing in our culture where you have to respect your elders. So we have respect for life and we have respect for elders. In some cultures, it's respect for male. For our culture, it's respect for elders, whoever is older than you, male or female. However, sometimes this respect gets translated to such a place where it becomes like fear of speaking the truth to elders. And a lot of us in that process, many people would either lose their voice or get to a point where they're over processing what they want to say for fear of crossing the line, that it gets to a point where all of this is a big thing that is difficult to unravel. So I cast my mind back to when I was probably like 6 or 7, and an acquaintance of my mom had come to visit, and she said something that was wrong. And I said, Mommy so-and-so told a lie. And my mom says, don't say she told a lie. What she said wasn't true. I'm like, if it was not true, then it is a lie. Try convincing a 6-year-old that what is not true is not a lie. And so we realize that sometimes this trying to say, oh, you cannot say your elders told a lie. You can say what they said is not true. If it's not true, it's a lie. But that's a simple example. But there are lots of opportunities where over time, we get to the point where we don't want to challenge authority because we're afraid that we may be crossing the line. And then fast forward to my generation, to this age, where everyone is supposed to be able to express themselves as they see fit. And children are now encouraged to be themselves and express themselves. And then you have this dilemma in your head. Where is the intersection between fear and respect? So I want to propose to you how to find your voice. First is to think through every situation that you are in. Be present. Irrespective of the people involved in that conversation, what is the essence of the conversation? So for example, if we're discussing something that is so obviously a right or wrong scenario, it really makes no sense to say, oh, let me give in to the elders because they are elders, even if their position is wrong. How will I find my voice? I will say, okay, this is the reality. These are the people involved. What do I want to get at the end of the conversation? And then I frame my thinking around that to present it in such a way that the essence is not lost, whereas I'm also not disrespecting anybody else for that matter, because I want to look at this as respect for life. So in places of work, for example, how do you relate with your colleagues? How do you relate with your supervisors? And how do you relate with those who report to you? If you have the basic understanding of respect for life, because God made all of us to be equal in terms of creation, the human race is one, then irrespective of the age or the position of the person to whom I'm speaking, I want to be respectful but honest, to the extent that I do not lead them astray or leave them thinking that what they're doing is good when it is wrong, because I'm afraid to cause any mayhem. But I just wanted to say to you, to find your voice, you will have to first identify what the issues are. Then you will determine the outcome of the conversation, and then you will frame your submission in a way that contributes to the overall good. If we do that diligently, we will not lose our voice. And for those who lost their voices before, you can find it. Why do we need to find it? all of humanity needs our voices. If you keep silent because you're afraid you would disrespect people, or you're afraid that what you would say would upset people, then the rest of us go through life not having the benefit of your opinion. Having said that, we have to water our words or frame our words, because we know that word has power. So if I want to correct you, I must think of the end goal. If my goal is not just to put you down, but to correct you, then I will phrase it in such a way that you're more likely to accept. Just as a fun fact, decades ago when I was at university, we had a roommate who I would say had a different dress sense. And on this morning, she put on an outfit. We're getting ready to go for a history class. Now back in my day, it was not unusual for people to tease each other. So she had this outfit, and I knew that if she went to class with that, she would be laughed at and ridiculed. So she said to my other roommate, "How do I look?" And that one said, "Oh, you're okay." And I said, "I'm sorry, you're not okay. Your clothes are clashing in color, and if you go to class like that, you could end up with a different outcome." And she said, "Oh, thank you." And she went and she changed. So when she had left, my other roommate said to me, "How did you have the courage to tell her?" I knew it was awful, but I couldn't. And I said to her, if you didn't correct her privately in the room, she was going to go out on campus and then she'll be ridiculed. How would you feel knowing that you could have prevented that? So I just say that to say, sometimes honesty can be painful, but in the long run, it benefits all of us. So for all of you there who feel you've lost your voice, I want to encourage you today to take time to reflect. Dial back a bit. When did this happen? How did it happen? And then rediscover your voice and come to a stage where what you have to share will be of value to all of us. And I want you to think of it as a value added, so that you do not deprive the rest of us of what you're bringing. And if by chance what you bring is not brought in the right way, then some of us or the rest of us in that conversation have the opportunity to help you to reframe it, so that we do not lose the essence of your voice. So my dear friends, subscribers, listeners, those yet to subscribe, I will encourage you to do so. And I want to shout out to those who new subscribers and my regular committed subscribers for your support. You've supported me by listening, watching the videos, by sharing, by liking, and a lot of you by sending your questions. I will answer all of them one at a time, but I just thought I'll put this out today. Thanks again, and I trust that you will bring your voice into a space that will be of benefit to all of us. Again, I'm going to encourage you to like, share, and subscribe, and I will come your way again real soon. God bless you. Bye. Oh, and if you don't want to leave your comments in the comment section, you can send your email to askmissjudz@gmail.com. So that's askmzjudz@gmail.com. I'll come your way again real soon. Take care. Bye.